Just one can of Four Loko is equal to about 6 cans of beer and 2 cups of coffee. But this restaurant, however, has a trap that filters the fog from sewer lines. These HIDs don't have the proper wiring to automatically adjust the bulbs. They're fixed to aim straight ahead, creating a sharper glare. Students worry the lack of classes will close their window of opportunity for entering competitive colleges. It's about 24 ounces and contains 12% alcohol. It costs under $3. It's Four Loko. This sugary, high-alcohol drink is taking young adults by storm. It's commonly chugged or shotgunned for that adrenaline rush. College students have a simple explanation for its popularity.
It's because it's cheap and it gets me drunk.
City Attorney Dennis Herrera is working with local and state officials to take Four Loko off the shelves. But Four Loko gives consumers more bang for their buck, which makes it an easily marketed product.
A lot of younger people are taking to these alcoholic drinks mixed with, stimulants. And I think that this is part of a trend, and they're capitalizing on the trend.
But something else sets Four Loko apart from the alcohol and caffeine mix. This popular drink looks like one serving, but just one can of Four Loko is equal to about 6 cans of beer and 2 cups of coffee. That caffeine and alcohol combo is dangerous and gets people drunk quickly.
So it takes that effect away of being able to recognize how drunk you are, and then they will end up either drinking too much where they end up in the hospital. Or
the makers of Four Loko hope that people who drink it know what they're doing. We know that bans or restrictions on our products won't solve these problems. The only way to do that is through education and awareness. The FDA warned Fusion, saying it's unsafe to add caffeine and other stimulants to alcoholic drinks. In San Francisco, Angela MUSALLAM'S for State of Events. Xenon headlights were first introduced in the early 90s in high-end luxury cars like BMW. Almost a decade ago, the National Highway of Traffic Safety Administration began receiving complaints about federally approved xenon headlights blinding drivers. Today, drivers are still complaining about the glare. As the sun goes down, the road quickly transforms into a dazzling pattern of bright lights. Lights that may be too bright and are blinding drivers. They're called high-intensity discharge xenon lamps, designed to give drivers better visibility at night. They emit 5 times more light than regular halogen lamps, according to Liz Boder of Mercedes-Benz.
It's an entire system integrated into the car to respond to conditions that are affecting the car to keep the driver of the car safe, but also other drivers safe.
Xenon headlights are also popular accessories on other cars, and illegal. These HIDs don't have the proper wiring to automatically adjust the bulbs. They're fixed to aim straight ahead, creating a sharper glare. This driver agrees and says the lights should be a cause for concern.
They're just ridiculous. They're dangerous. They blind drivers in the rearview mirrors.
While the California Highway Patrol does enforce the law on aftermarket HIDs, the glare from federally approved xenon lights remains an issue.
But they're just really bright now, depending upon which ones you get. And they are legal. It's just there is that hazard of blinding other people.
The approved headlights have triggered over 6,000 complaints to the NHTSA. The agency plans to create new federal guidelines for car manufacturers that install xenon headlights in their vehicles. In the meantime, experts recommend bringing down your sun visor and keeping your windshield clean to avoid glare from oncoming traffic. If you wear corrective eye vision, optometrists suggest you add anti-reflective coating or get high-definition lenses, which they say reduces glare significantly. I'm Angela MUSALLAM'S reporting for State of Events. George Washington High is the second largest school in the city, educating 2,300 students. Until this year, students were able to take a variety of advanced courses. The San Francisco Unified School District is cutting about $140 million from its budget because of the crisis. But what concerns Washington the most is that students could be losing their competitive edge. This is Mr. Tunsi's Spanish class, a course which probably won't be offered after this June. That's because the budget situation will cancel 8 sections of foreign language, math, and science classes next year.
California is ranked about 43rd across the 50 states in education funding. And on top of that, we have significantly higher costs and costs that are rising while our revenues are decreasing.
Washington High usually gets a $200,000 budget every school year. Next year's budget? Only $33,000.
In my budget, I have a copier for next year and enough postage to mail out the mailers to the students, and that's it.
Students worry the lack of classes will close their window of opportunity for entering competitive colleges. Victoria Tam wants to go to a UC for college. Now she's not sure if that's going to happen.
I'd be really upset and I wouldn't be as competitive with other schools.
Matthew Way is the third of his siblings to attend Washington. He says the 3 years of Spanish his brothers learned were valuable.
We've all actually gone to Costa Rica and used that Spanish.
Teachers are aware that competition is stepping up among colleges. Mr. Tunsi is worried his students and the rest of the school body aren't going to make the cut.
They're losing one of their assets to apply to an UC. They're in a position of disadvantage with other students.
But administrators say the basic requirements for graduation will still prepare students for college. Principal Lovren plans to create after-school enrichment classes to make up for the ones that may be cut. She's also looking into getting students enrolled in courses at City College to keep them ahead. For State of Events, I'm Angela MUSALLAM. Thanks for tuning into State of Events. There is a lot of controversy these days about having dogs on a leash. Now, it's normal for girls to start experimenting with makeup in their teens, but a recent trend shows younger girls are turning to a new type of cosmetic product. Google made the extension into an official function, but here's the catch. You need a Google account to actually block the site and the latest version of Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Firefox. A brand new drink identical to Four Loko is already being targeted by California officials who want it off store shelves. But as millions of people make the switch to the web, more companies are stepping up as competitors. Using the GPS frequency on your iPhone or iPad may be recording where you are rather than helping you get there.